Hey everyone, how's it going? Azren, the language nerd here. Hope you're doing very, very well. Yes, we've brought the digital, or rather the DSLR camera back. No more video strictly from my phone. I want to start bringing my camera around, and I want to start making some of the videos that I used to make on this channel. AKA maybe some vlogs, maybe some rants with this camera, maybe some who knows what, but I definitely lately have been feeling like this YouTube channel's been getting a little bit stale, and it's time to add a little bit of spice and make it a little bit more interesting than what it has been for the past couple of months. Another announcement I wanna talk about here is Easy Languages, which is a really fantastic YouTube channel that a lot of you might already know about, reached out to me a little while back, and they asked me if I wanted to start making some videos for their channel. So literally yesterday, on the date that I'm recording this, yesterday night, or yesterday evening, they posted the very first video that I made for them, which is a super easy English video. So go check that out. I've put a link in the description below. I think a lot of you guys, especially since I know a bunch of you watch my videos, are learning English. I think a lot of you are going to enjoy that video quite a bit. Now in today's video, I want to talk about my eternal language learning challenge. Basically what I mean by that is myself, as you know, I speak many languages. I'm learning different languages. I love language learning as a whole. But that being said, there's this one element of learning different languages that I currently struggle with the most, or rather it's the biggest challenge for me. And to be honest, I think it's going to be the thing that challenges me for forever, like for my whole language learning career, my whole life in language learning. And that's going to be, and that is going to be vocabulary. You see, the fact of the matter is that my language learning journey looks a little bit different than most other people. I am trying to learn 8 different languages to an advanced level. Most people, when they're learning languages, are usually only focusing maybe on one language, maybe 2, maybe 3. There's not a lot of people who are saying, I want to learn 8 languages and I want to learn them to an advanced level. And so because of the goal that I have, because of this language learning goal that I've selected for myself, what happens is that once I've achieved an advanced level in a language, I will usually stop focusing on that language and move on to another one. So an example I can give you is I am very advanced in French and Spanish, and nowadays I don't spend a ton of time on actually continuing to build upon those 2 languages, and instead I focus on Mandarin or Gujarati or other languages where I'm maybe a beginner or intermediate or any level but advanced. Now the problem with this whole thing is that even when you are advanced in a language, like myself in French and Spanish, it doesn't mean that you're perfect. And if you were to compare yourself to someone who is a native speaker, who is roughly around your age of that language, right? You are actually nowhere near their level in terms of vocabulary. Because they, like myself, I'm 26 years old, okay? I'm 26. And if we look at a 26-year-old native Spanish speaker, for example, they have had 26 years of living and breathing Spanish. I have not had that kind of experience. And as a result, that 26-year-old native speaker naturally is just likely to know way more words and way more vocabulary than I currently do, and probably ever really will. And so because of the fact that when I hit that advanced level, I switch languages, I always kind of feel like, I wish I had that extra half hour a day so I could be chipping away a little bit further at French and Spanish, or my strong advanced languages, to continue working more towards native. And I think the reality is that, in my perspective, you know, especially if you're trying to learn 8 different languages, I don't know, maybe it is, but I think it's extremely difficult to achieve like a a native level in that language in terms of vocabulary. Because again, your attention is split, or rather, I should be saying my attention is split between learning different languages, maintaining my current languages, not to mention, I have a life, I want to spend time with friends, I want to spend time with family, I make all these videos, I make content, I make podcasts, I make Instagram stuff and Snapchat stuff, obviously I have to teach and make a living and like work and make money and all that stuff. I have to, there's so many things, I travel, there's so many things going on that, you know, you have to prioritize. And I think that's kind of where we can finish this video off. everything comes down to prioritization when we're learning different languages. Let's move this. There we go. When we're learning languages, everything comes down to prioritization, and you just can't do everything, right? When you're trying to work on whatever language you're working on, please understand that maybe you can't be perfect at everything. Like in Mandarin, or rather, let me rephrase that. Maybe you can't be perfect at everything at all points in the journey. So in Mandarin right now, my writing is better than it ever has been, but it's still really bad in comparison to my speaking, my listening, my reading, right? In comparison to other people who've studied the language for the same amount of time that I have, right? In French and Spanish, I'm really good. Like what I say confidently that I'm amazing with those two languages in all respects of the language. Reading, writing, speaking, listening, blah, 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 blah. But here's the thing. If we're to look at the language holistically, I have a weakness in vocabulary. It's not perfect. Like that's kind of the lowest point, I guess you could say, in the whole thing when it comes to those languages. So anyway, it's been 7 minutes of me kind of spitting stuff at this camera, 6, 7, however many minutes. I appreciate your attention. In the description, don't forget to check out the super easy English video that I made on the Easy Languages channel. And we will talk later. Bye for now, guys. See you.